If your bank account disappeared tomorrow, how long could you survive without panicking? If the answer is less than 90 days, then you're living exactly how the system designed you to live. And here's the truth they'll never tell you. You were never taught how money actually works. You were only taught how to use it to make someone else rich. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because what you're about to learn will fundamentally change how you see every dollar that passes through your hands. I'm not here to sell you a course. I'm not here to tell you about some magic formula. What I'm here to do is expose the psychological game that's been played on you since the day you opened your first bank account. Morgan Housel, one of the most respected voices in financial psychology and author of The Psychology of Money, spent decades studying why smart people make terrible money decisions. And what he found wasn't a math problem, it was a behavioral trap. See, banks, credit card companies, and financial institutions don't make money when you are financially stable. They make money when you are predictably unstable. And the system is brilliantly designed to keep you there. By the end of this video, you'll understand 3 psychological principles that silently control your financial behavior, and more importantly, how to break free from them. Let me ask you something. Do you feel rich when your bank account goes up, even if it's just your paycheck hitting? For about 48 hours, you feel wealthier, don't you? That's not an accident. That's engineered emotion. Morgan Housel talks about this concept constantly. Wealth is what you don't see. But we've been conditioned to believe the opposite. We see someone driving a luxury car, wearing expensive clothes, living in a big house, and we think that person is wealthy. But here's the secret banks don't want you to realize. That person might be drowning in debt.
Wealth isn't about what you display. Wealth is about what you retain. It's the money you didn't spend, the investment you didn't cash out, the emergency fund sitting quietly in the background, giving you freedom. But banks thrive on the opposite behavior. They want you to spend what you have, and even better, spend what you don't have yet. That's why credit is so easy to get. That's why buy now, pay later is everywhere. Because the moment you start borrowing against your future, you become profitable to the system.
Here's a haunting statistic. The average American has less than $5,000 in savings. But the average American also has over $6,000 in credit card debt. Think about that. We're not broke because we don't earn enough. We're broke because we've been psychologically programmed to consume beyond our means. Hassell calls this the treadmill of consumption. Every time your income goes up, your lifestyle inflates to match it. You get a raise, you upgrade your car. You get a bonus, you book a vacation. And suddenly, you're making more money than ever, but feeling just as financially stressed as before. Why? Because you were never taught that income is not wealth. Income is just a tool. Wealth is what you do with that tool when no one's watching. Now, let's talk about the quietest way banks extract money from you, interest rates, but not the way you think. You've been told that saving money in a bank account is smart, right? It's safe, it's responsible. And technically, yes, it's better than nothing. But here's what they don't emphasize. Your savings account probably earns you around 0.5% to 2% interest per year, depending on where you bank. Meanwhile, inflation, the rate at which money loses purchasing power, has been averaging 3 to 4% in recent years, and sometimes much higher. Your money in the bank is losing value every single day. You're being paid 1% to store your money, while it's losing 3% in real purchasing power. You're going backwards. And the bank? They take your deposits and lend them out at 6, 8, 12, even 20% on credit cards. They're making money on your money while you lose. Morgan Housel talks about the emotional value of safety. And he's right. There's real psychological benefit to having cash available. But the system has convinced you that the only safe place for money is a bank account. And that's just not true. Historically, assets like stocks, real estate, and even inflation-protected securities have preserved and grown wealth far better than cash. But those require education, patience, and discipline. 3 things the financial system doesn't profit from you having. And here's where it gets darker. While your savings earn almost nothing, your debt costs you everything. Credit card companies charge an average of 18 to 24% interest. Let's say you have $5,000 in credit card debt, and you only make minimum payments. It would take you over 20 years to pay it off, and you'd pay nearly $10,000 in interest alone. You'd literally pay double. And during that entire time, the bank is extracting wealth from your future self. Every month, a portion of your paycheck goes directly to interest, money you'll never see again, money that buys you nothing. That's not financial mismanagement. That's a transfer of wealth by design. But here's the secret that changes everything. And this is the part Morgan Housel drives home harder than anyone. Money is a tool to buy time. But most people do the opposite. They sell their time to get money, then immediately trade that money for things that steal more of their time. Think about it. You work 40, 50, 60 hours a week to earn money. Then you spend that money on a car payment, which requires you to keep working. You buy a bigger house, which requires a bigger mortgage, which requires more work. You finance a lifestyle that demands you stay on the treadmill. You're not building wealth, you're building obligation.
Housel talks about the concept of financial independence not as having millions of dollars, but as having control over your time. The wealthiest people in the world aren't the ones with the most money. They're the ones with the most freedom. And the system is designed to steal that freedom from you, one monthly payment at a time.
Here's where it gets interesting. The same mechanism that traps you in debt, compounding, is also the most powerful tool for building wealth. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't, pay it. When you're in debt, compounding works against you. Your balance grows exponentially. But when you save and invest consistently, compounding works for you. Your wealth grows exponentially. The difference? Behavior. And the banks know that most people won't have the discipline to let compounding work in their favor. Because discipline isn't exciting. It doesn't give you instant gratification. It requires you to delay pleasure, to think long-term, to resist the shiny object. But that's exactly how you win.
Morgan Housel says, spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Read that again. The person who looks rich and the person who is rich are often two completely different people. One is performing wealth, the other is accumulating it, and the system profits enormously from the performers.
So here's my challenge to you. Take the next 30 days and track every single dollar that leaves your account. Not to shame yourself, but to see the game that's being played. Ask yourself, is this purchase bringing me closer to freedom or further into obligation? Am I spending to impress or investing in my future self? Who profits from this decision, me or the system?
If this video made you rethink even one financial decision, hit that like button. Consider it a pact between us. You're committing to taking control. And drop a comment. Do you think the financial system is designed to help you build wealth or keep you dependent? Yes or no? Let's debate. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns on the psychology behind money, power, and decision-making. Part 2 is coming soon, and we're going even deeper. You're not broke because you're bad with money. You're broke because you were never taught how the game actually works. Now you know. Let's change the rules.